we start making it a disadvantage to stay so long. We need things to do. You know, Ann Kirkpatrick did a bill to cut the congressional salary by 5%. Oh, big deal, Ann. Come on, we can do better than that. We have to take away the incentive of members of Congress to stay. They need to go with citizen legislation and come back home. You've got my home number. Everybody has it. It's 928-286-1128 for the folks on the radio listening to this later. My cell phone number, 928-310-4314. As Bradley said, those numbers won't change. There'll be no gatekeepers. You'll always be able to call me. We're in this fight together. It's for the future of the country. Thank you.
Candidate Jensen.
You know, I think, again, people want to trust. They want to trust the people in Congress. Doesn't matter which party, the people just want trust. I'm hard-headed enough just to say, hey, I will represent you and get what you want. I'm tired of the piggybacking. I'm tired of this, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. I'm there for a few years to try to represent the people that want to be represented, that want to be able to trust their representative in Congress. And again, there's so much we can do. My kids have taught me a lot about the Twitter and the tweeting and communication, and it's just, again, people want to be able to send you a little thing and within a day or two hear from you. And I think that is very important that we do that for their sakes. We shouldn't say, oh, guess what, I had 5 meetings, I didn't have time. We need to find time to send messages back to the people that we heard what they asked. And it might not always be promising them something, but at least it's a response. They just asked that and they deserve that. Thank you.
Candidate Zaleski.
Respect. There's simply no respect for your views in Washington. I've been listening to you as I walked more than 2,000 miles, just walked. Didn't have the budget until recently. Everyone's concerned about the corruption and how is a freshman congressman like me going to have any power to resolve the stench that's coming from Washington called corruption. It's one of our biggest challenges. It's one of our biggest obstacles to real financial reform and balancing the budget. I formed a coalition of more than 110 candidates running for Congress right now. We all agreed that we can form a caucus, we call it the Congressional Freshman Caucus. We can shut down the government until we start having government for the people. Everyone here is bright, got good ideas. Are they listening to you? I have been. It's the same thing over and over. No respect for your views. Constitution, yes, it's been violated for decades. Restoring the promise of America is my goal. I respect and listen to you and have some common solutions on my website. Yes, we need to throw out the corruption, and yes, we need term limits. Once I balance the budget and enact it into law, I'm coming home. My cell phone's on my website. I've had the same phone number for 18 years. Thank you. Zaleski for Congress.
Sidney's husband's voting for me, by the way. It comes to all these things. He loves me. He won't tell her yet. He loves me. Is there anybody here? Is there anybody here that doesn't have a candidate? Can you raise your hand if you're not voting for somebody already? Because I'd love to hear some. I'll talk to you. Okay. If one guy is not going to fix it, one guy is not going to fix this. And the answer is, and I've been consistent. Go to my website, votejoeforreform.com. I've been consistent day one on what you see is what you get. And I don't make a lot of people happy all the time, but I'm telling it to you, I have the political courage to go to Washington, D.C. and fight for you, we the people, not we the special interest group. And there's people already here that took money from special interest groups. You're already on retainer. You're already in the club. Let me tell you, and the one thing that you got here in Payson, Arizona, with me that nobody else has, is Rumsey Park. Because I have a daughter, Artie. She plays softball. She's going to be playing softball every Saturday at Rumsey Park.